Well, it's been a long time since we've had some moisture, any measurable, at least in Denver.
Right.
But we talked about snow. On the western slope, they had some this morning.
Right.
And the eastern slope, they're going to get some. Just Denver.
Yes, we're just kind of in the wrong position for this storm. I'll explain here in a minute. You're looking at the city and all that cloud cover back behind the buildings. That's all the moisture out there on the eastern plains. It's showing up nicely on radar. Temperatures around the state right now, 30s. Not too bad for this time of the year. Certainly could be much colder. We even have some 40s out on the eastern plains, such as around Lyman, 26 in Gunnison, 35. Our weather watcher John Snyder in South Denver. Here's the low pressure. It's now in southern New Mexico. A couple of things. It's way too far south and way too broad to do much for Colorado other than our far eastern plains. The energy stretches from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to the Canadian border. And though the position of the low looks good, southern Colorado and southwest Kansas, it's just not in the right form and fashion to do anything big here along the Front Range. Now, much different story for the far eastern counties of Colorado. You're right under the best dynamics to pick up a good dose of snow later on tonight. You've already got rain out there, even a couple of claps of thunder being reported, and we have a few snow showers still lingering over there in the high country. Denver mostly dry for right now. As we go through the early evening hours, we could get a little surge of snow in the Front Range foothills on the Palmer Divide, maybe a flurry here in the city, but the action is out here near the Kansas state line as we go to sunset and beyond. There's going to be a band of snow, very narrow, maybe only about 50 miles wide, but under that band we may see several inches of snow pile up. Here's a future cast kind of showing you that band, and you can see just how narrow it is, really confined to our counties right along the Kansas state line and then down there in the southeastern corner. But several inches could pile up. Front Range and the mountains, foothills, and the Denver area, little to nothing, maybe an inch in some areas on the grassy surfaces. High temperatures today, mostly 30s. We'll see a few 40s on the far eastern plains of Colorado, some 20s in the highest locations. 5-day forecast looks like this. The one thing that low will do, Joel, as it goes by, it's going to pull some colder air down in here. So you're going to feel that tonight, tomorrow, and Friday. Look at that, 24 and 8. But then we'll get that sunshine back in here this weekend and get back up to about where we should be for this time of the year. So can't stress enough, far eastern counties will take the brunt of this. The rest of us just, maybe a flurry or two here and there.
A tough travel day along I-70 out to the Kansas state line. And I-76 as well to Nebraska.
Tonight for sure, yeah.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Sure.
Up next, a local